Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi, and today is Levana, January the 23rd, 2023, and it's currently 8:36 a.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. I'll say welcome to all the members. Thank you for joining us. This is specially for you, and then after that, it will be released to the quote-unquote the public. Thank you for all of you that joined us, supported us, and studying with us, because we will no longer study publicly the way that we used to do. If you wish to join us, you may click the JOIN, aka the join button, and our video. Some of you, and next to the subscriber, next to the subscribe button, but some of you will see it, some of you can't. I don't think I can see mine. Yeah. Oh, there you go. The Heavenly Father. There we go. You can click the join button right there. Okay, but to you it should be, if you are watching this, it should be, let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. You can see the join button right there. Okay. Next to analytic. Well, that's what I'm seeing because the channel is mine, but you can see the join button here. You can click it. You may not be able to see it on your phone, on your computer. You have to try. If you cannot see it on your phone, try your computer. If you cannot see it on your computer, try your phone. If you wish to join us, no pressure. All right, beloved. With that being said, we are going to enter. We are going to enter our analysis and Esau's trouble and show the nation what's going on with the world, because we are the clock time. Let us proceed.
Yeah, well, I can tell you as we speak, there are several law enforcement agencies inside Tran's home. Let me take a step out so that I can show you. It is located in this assisted, or rather senior living facility, active senior living facility, I should say. And we can't get you any closer because it is private and it is gated, but I want to show you what it looked like when they served a search warrant.
1001 Florida Avenue, Unit 744, Sheriff's Department, search warrant. Come out with your hands up.
That was Riverside County Sheriff's deputies along with U.S. Marshals and Hemet Police at Tran's home this evening. Neighbors say as far as they can tell, the 72-year-old lived alone. He lived there, they say, for about a year, but property records show he might have owned the home for much longer. Public records also show, besides that, he had lived in L.A. County, even in Monterey Park, but that was years ago, although he did have a P.O. box there more recently. He was also once married, but records show someone with the same name and birth date divorced in 2005. Neighbors say they don't know much about him, but add that he apparently taught dance.
Tran was just a nice guy. I mean, I'd see him riding his little small motorcycle in and out, and once in a while in his van, but he'd stop to pet your dog, and you know, everybody around here just thought he was just some quiet little guy, you know.
Of course, yes.
You know, the people I've talked to are just stunned that he was involved in this and kept to himself. I mean, you'd see him out walking, but pretty much lived alone. And I guess he taught dance or something, ballroom dance, and one of the neighbors said, but he just, you know, I wasn't, this is all new to me, but he seemed like a nice guy. I mean,
now this fellow who can train, okay, that's what his name is, who can train, okay. he's apparently the fellow that went and to the ballroom over there and quote unquote doing the Chinese New Year, the year of the rabbit. And let me get this here so I won't forget. Okay. Chinese New Year, the year of the rabbit equivalent in Western Zodiac. Not quite sure. Aries?
According to Travel China Guide, Aries. Personality, referring to analysis by both Chinese zodiac and Western astrology.
Okay.
People born in the year of the rabbit with Aries sign are really kind-hearted, for they care all their families and friends' life.
Okay. So the year of the rabbit and Chinese is equivalent of Aries. I believe the year of the pig. Which one is the year of the pig? Okay, they use other animals. Okay, that has nothing to do with people being rabbit or pigs. That's what it's something that they do. Okay. Chinese, the year of the pig equivalent in Zodiac Western world. Okay, what is the equivalent of the year of the pig and Zodiac?
Here is some information for Year of the Pig Chinese Zodiac. According to Travel China Guide, the years of the pig include 1923, 1935, 1947, 1959, 1971, 1983, 1995, 2007, 2019, 2031, 2043.
Okay, I think they go around like every 12 years. I think the year of the pig is the last zodiac. I'm not quite sure, but that's something that I would year of the pig, personality and horoscope and things like that. But anyway, let's focus on the point. Apparently, this guy who can train, he's a Chinese fellow, I'm assuming, that went over there in that ballroom dance and wasted 10 people and injured 10 others. So we went in the other video, Michael and the Miss and all that. But why did this happen? Okay, let's take the whole video and we'll tell you why did this happen. Keep in mind that fellow is 72 years old. Okay, let's keep on moving.
He wasn't like somebody I'd be afraid of.
Of course not, because
hell, he was only about
of course
5'5", little guy.
Okay,
Just
listen.
like a nice guy. I mean, he wasn't like somebody I'd be afraid of. But hell, he was only about 5'5",
Okay, so not only this guy, beloved, was 72 years old, you know what to do. He was only 5'5". You know what to do. We are not making this up. One of the main reasons why, quote unquote, the so-called Gentiles don't treat other people the way that, the way that they treat us, because we are their targets. We are the one that they mistreat in the media. Okay, a 5'5", 72-year-old black man is a dangerous person. Okay, the moment they see a 5'5", 72-year-old black man, so to speak, an African American man, or with his term, Hebrew Israelite, a child of the light, living in the house by himself, everybody will become suspicious. Everybody will become suspicious. This man is dangerous. He's living by himself and stuff. How could he afford this? Okay, but when he's not one of us, he doesn't look like us, then is not dangerous. Okay, the man is 72. Okay, 7 plus 2, 9, of course, destruction, and he's 5'5". 5 plus 5 equal 10. Michael and the Miss bringing the destruction upon those people. There are more in there. Okay, all right. He was not afraid of this fellow because he was not the typical guy that the media put out there, the typical version they are demonizing and slander all over the news. So of course you will never thought like a dude like this would have done something that horrible. All right,
little guy. It's just weird that something like that would happen here. I'm happy that the police are involved and stuff, but you just don't know day to day who's who and what's what.
That's the thing, and I agree with this gentleman. The so-called quote-unquote 83, they have done a very good job of programming the people of thinking that we are the beast, we are the child of the devil, we are the child of Satan, we are the violent one, we are this, we are that. And when something like that's happen in the community, they end up being very confused. They end up being like dismayed. Okay, well, what's going on? What happened here? Why this thing happened here? Because I never seen anything like that happen in the news. Keep in mind, brethren, things like that happen all the time in the news in the 80s and 90s. They just didn't report it because they were too busy reporting our stuff. They never, in fact, reported their stuff because they were too busy slandering, destroying our people, when they were in the blessing. So that is why this gentleman right here, he's quite confused. He's like, well, I don't know, why is this? You don't know who's who out there, you don't know who's who, what's going on, and when is the next MS going to happen. And so, is that thing recording? Let me see. Is that what that is? Is it? Yeah. Yeah, it is recorded. All right, great. So this dude, he like, yo, man, he saw like wearing his red shirt and a demon the mist, Aries and all that. Hey, you don't know who's who, when this thing going to happen and stuff, and it's a frightening thing. Now, what it is, those people become paranoid. When they kind of like feel safer when they are around us. They kind of feel safer. Okay, because they can see the stereotypical black dude and then a 72-year-old unharmed, whether they were skin folks or our people, they'll feel a little bit safer to be around another person. However, they are in great dismay and they are confused. That's what it is, all right?
He didn't strike me as having an angry bone in his body, but that's just seeing him coming and going, so I don't know. But yeah, it's a little unnerving, I have to admit.
All right, so this is the fellow. All right, this is who can train, okay? Who can train this guy, the society, 83 society, do not see him and people that look like him as violent, okay? They are seen as math genius, technological genius. They seen as super smart people, hardworking, and multiple talent. They are not seen as, quote unquote violent. And this dude, they have to they have to throw us under the bus, okay? Suspect description: male, Asian, dark complexion. they have to throw us in there. Dark complexion has nothing to do with Asian. That means he's a black man. That's what they're trying to say it here. How is this dude have dark complexion? How is this dark? How is they can actually get a 5'5", 5'10" dudes and kill the black dude that is 5'10", 150 pounds. They will skip the word Asian. All they see a male, dark complexion, 5'10", and the dude is 5'5", and they say the guy was between the age of 30 and 50. Dude is 72. You see how they always twisted things so they can get at us? Dark complexion. Come on, man. How is this dude of dark complexion? What is this? And again, people say, well, he didn't strike me as a guy that can do things like that. Yet he had a rifle or some kind of long gun. You see, people like him, they all praise when they do things like that, okay? Rooftop Asian or Korean.
Rooftop Asian around Fort Lauderdale. Sure.
Here we go. See, they applaud, when they are doing things like that. They are defending their businesses. They are defending. Rooftop Korean or rooftop Asian. Because that's what they did back in. Let's see. Let's do a little research. Rooftop Korean. Okay. Okay, so those are the rooftop Korean. All right, they had guns, and those guys don't seen as violent. Okay, they seen as a good American, you know, protecting their business during the LA riot against black people that was trying to get in there and destroy their stuff. You know, they had rifle and stuff like that. They had guns, you know. All right, so that's what that is, you know. That's what that is. They were seen as like a tight-knit community, and people don't question them. People don't say like, okay, you know, what happened, you know. The black dude over there, you know, over 10,000 angry rioters, some Korean boys on the roof, you know, they were glorified. They were glorified. When something like that happened, nobody glorified them. Remember, there was a fellow, a mash, well, like, oof, I almost say the word, MS Ook. He shot a bunch of people at the Publix. Was it a Trader Joe's? Costco. Let me see. Mass shooter Ook. Okay. His name was Ook. Ook, Asian fellow. Let me see. I'm typing this Asian guy. Gunman kills. No, he's not him. Come on, don't give me this. His name was Ook something. Man. Was it Vietnamese? It's not the Jake Division. Is that what that is? No. Okay, the gunman, 22-year-old, shot and killed 5 people, injured 2. No, that's Jake. I didn't even know about Jake Davidson. He was a UKMS. Okay, that's the guy. Uk Ting, all right? That's the guy, Uk Ting. Okay, it was a Kroger, okay? It happened at a Kroger, okay? Uk Ting, he killed everyone's in a fog right now. Authority identified suspect in MS at Kroger grocery store in Tennessee. That was in 2021, September 2021. It's been 2 years. All right, this fellow name is Uk Ting. On Friday, he killed, let me see, update, include 15 individuals, 10 employees, and 5 customers. After shooting, killing 1 person and wounding more than, so he killed a person. Okay, Hook Tang is one of those Asian fellow, and people don't talk about those things. We did board it. Okay, we made the connection between his name, the UK Tang, what's going on in the United Kingdom and all that, but those guys are generally seen as non-violent. Okay, although they do a lot of violence, they go around, they shoot people. Okay, this dude right here, okay, they are seen as non-violent. Okay, they are seen as nerds, or you know, weeaboos, or you know, things like that. So those guys, they seen as harmless. Okay, but when in fact those guys will kill you in a heartbeat. All right, so that's why this gentleman here is a little bit confused of this dude. All right, we're almost there to our point here.
I have to admit, but
We have seen some investigators leaving, but others are still inside, going over everything inside his home, trying to find some clue that might help explain why he allegedly went on that deadly rampage. Live in Hemet, I'm Christy Fajardo. Let's send it back to you.
All right. So what seems to be the problem here? What happened here? Let's do our little investigation, our holy investigation. Now, you have this dude. Let me see if we can get a little information on the fellow. Okay. Who can train? What we know about suspect? Who can train? I want to see his date of birth and who he is. If they could give me that, that would be magnificent. The 72-year-old suspect, Manasseh, killing 10 people, wounding. But they don't go about like his background. Okay, the suspect identified who can train was pronounced dead following a self-inflicted gunshot. So he died in 988. Let me see. Boy. Who can train date of birth? I don't think they have it, but okay. They don't have it. What we know about the suspect? Well, he's 72 years old. Let me see. Because if we know the exact date, okay, there's 13 thing about him. Okay, 13 things. He lives in Fremont, Alameda County, California. Aside from Fremont, he has another part. He was 5'10". Okay, what is this? What is it? Is that dude 5'10" or 5'5"? Or 5'5"? Anyway, in the 90s, he met a woman. They started the ballroom, 2002, 2005. Just before 1 p.m. Okay, they don't have his date of birth here. This is what we need. But anyway, it won't matter. It won't matter. All right. This happened on Saturday, the 21st. Saturday, January 21st. Okay. Nope, that's YouTube. CNN. Let's take CNN. Oh, good grief. All right. I don't like doing those things because they are blocking the. I despise ad, man. Despise ad. See, I can't remove this thing. Add feedback. You see, you cannot remove that. See, they are popping everywhere, man. Oh boy, let's take another. They are everywhere, man. Like, you can't even read the thing. The ads are all over. Let's see what LA Times have. There we go. All right, so let's see the date when this $1 for 6 months, man. You can't do anything without. Let's see the Daily UK. They should have something here. There you go. Right, he killed 10 people and stuff. All right, good. Doing the Chinese New Year, solar, lunar. All right. Oh man. There are so much things here. You can't. Everything is so confused, man. You can't even see this thing. You know. But anyway, man. All right, let's do it our own way. Let's do our own way. This thing happened on Saturday. What day? Whoops. Is this thing stuck? What day was January 21st, 2023?
January 21st, 2023 fell on a Saturday.
Okay, now pay attention, brethren, because this is very important. All right. January 21st, 2023. Let's double check something here because I want to get that right. All right, let's just double check this. All right. The gunman tried to carry out another shooting at a separate club minutes after the first one on Saturday night. Okay, it was Saturday night at night during January 21st. Okay, now it happened on Saturday night. Okay, January 21st. Now, what was in January 21st? When was the new moon of January 2023?
January 21st. According to space.com, what is the next moon phase? After the new moon on January 21st, the next moon phase milestone will be the first quarter moon on Saturday, January 28th at 10:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 15:19 GMT.
Okay, that was in Eastern Time. So, on January 21st, 2023, at night, on Saturday, this happened during the new moon. And we know, quote unquote, Saturday is ruled by Shabbatai, and the Shabbatai, and we know Shabbatai is the home of the Black George. Okay, Shabbatai home, it's Capricorn. It's in the house of Capricorn and couple other planets, couple other houses that Shabbatai rule. Now we got this man, 5'5", 5+5, 10 or 5'10", whatever it is, 72 years old, destruction. He did this thing on Shabbatai, the day of the Black George, the day of the planet Saturn, which is the great George, and he did this thing on the quote unquote the new year, the new moon, which is on January 21st. What does that say? What does that count? Okay, when is the house of Aquarius get there? Okay, the house of Aquarius, okay, is the 11th house. All right, so when is the house of Aquarius?
11th house. According to Well Plus Good, Aquarius, 11th house, ruled by Saturn and Uranus, which also rule visionary Aquarius. Brooks says the 11th house is essentially the house of the future.
Okay, so the house of Aquarius is ruled by Shabbatai, and of course Uranus, aka Kabbalah. The true Kabbalah, the true language of Kabbalah is the planet Uranus. But then again, because we over here we deal strictly, well, not strictly, but primarily with the 7 planets. So Aquarius, the house of Aquarius is ruled by Shabbatai. Okay, Shabbatai, and which is the planet Saturn, okay, rule the house of Aquarius. And let me just get the name Aquarius. There we go. I just said it. Aquarius zodiac birth.
According to Encyclopedia Britannica, in astrology, Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac, considered as governing the period from about January 20th to about February 18th.
Okay, it's January 21st. It's always the 21st. It's January 21st. Okay, that's when the house of Aquarius, okay, is getting in. Okay, January 21st, Aquarius, the man with oh boy, they would make me pay for that. Usually a woman, a man. Okay, let's take this one. Which one is the water power? Okay, now the house of Aquarius, a man with a water power, a pitcher. Okay, is that what that is? Let's double check. The man with the pitcher, Aquarius, man with the pitcher. No.
Okay, images of Aquarius.
Pitcher. Whoops. There you go. All right. There you go. The house of Aquarius, the man with the pitcher. Okay, with the vase and stuff. All right, this is the house of Aquarius. Is represented by a dude with a vase, aka a pitcher, a bucket, some kind of container pouring water. And the planet that rule the house of Aquarius is Shabbatai, Saturn. Okay, planet Saturn. There you go.
According to NASA's solar system exploration,
NASA.
adorned with thousands of beautiful ringlets, Saturn is unique among the planets. It is not the only planet to have rings, made of chunks of ice and rock, but none are as spectacular or as complicated as Saturn's.
Okay, Saturn's is quite complicated, and it just recently have the ring. He didn't originally have the ring. The ring just recently formed. Now, when you look at the planet Shabbatai, which ruled the house of Aquarius, the pitcher, the water bearer, and it entered the house on January 21st, on Saturday, and which was Saturday, January 21st, the new moon. Okay, the dark moon, the complete dark. Remember, the color of Saturn, okay, the color of Saturn is black, the metal is lead. So now, this dude went in there and did this in the house of Aquarius, which tells you, which brought about the age of Aquarius. Remember, we are no longer in the age of Pisces. We are in the age of Aquarius. And now, officially, this incident that happened over there in California, is that thing recording? Is it recording? Yes. This thing that happened over there in California happened in January 21st, which was a Saturday, which ruled by the planet Saturn, which is the beginning of the house of Aquarius, which ruled by the planet Saturn, aka Shabbatite. And in the book of Luke, let's get this straight here, because the Bible, okay, the Bible is all about this, all right? The book of Luke, all right? Luke 22, Luke chapter 22, telling you what's going on here. Now, we will read probably we'll stop at verse 15. We'll read chapter 22, but before we begin, I would like to thank my beloved brother, Vessel of Honor, for sharing this information with me. It is connected, all right? Luke 22, verse first. Well, let's begin with the first verse. Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which called the Passover. Because the feast of unleavened bread, the Passover, okay, our Passover is drawing nigh. So they are talking about this time right now. They are talking about like January, that is going to April, going to March and April. Remember, our people, we prepare months in advance for the Passover, so to speak. Now they are talking about the Passover that is coming in the house of Aries. All right, the house of Aries, which is the year of the rabbit. Remember, in California, the so-called Chinese or the Moabites over there, they were celebrating the year of the rabbit, which is quote unquote Aries is coming. And Aries don't play. Aries is ruled by Madim, aka Mars, and it's all about that thing. So now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover, which in a zodiac term, it means the house of Aries is approaching and it's getting close. All right, the first house is getting close. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him, for they fear the people. All right, that was during this time. Again, that we are not talking about literal people here. We are talking about the heaven, all right? The Christian take this thing literally, okay, it can, but we over here, we are using our magic. We are using the heavens to interpret it, what's going on here. And the chief priests and scribes sought out they might kill him, okay? Our beloved brother, our big brother, Yahushua, for they fear the people, okay? Then, now, pay attention, brethren. Luke 22 verse 3, then enter Satan into Judas. Then enter Satan into Judas. They are not talking about some evil being with horn, with some kind of like pitchfork and red skin. That's not what that is. Then entered Satan into Judas, surname Iscariot. Why would Judas have a surname? And Iscariot, okay, let me see. And Iscariot, okay, Iscariot name meaning. Let's go to Iscariot name meaning. A person who betray another. A person who betray another. Now, again, okay. And then entered Satan into Judas, surname Iscariot, being of the number of 12. They are not talking about the 12 quote unquote people. They are talking about the 12 houses, okay? So-called Judas is one of the houses, and a planet entered that house at that time. The planet is nicknamed Satan, but that planet has nothing to do with the actual Satan. For those of you, you should already know what planet that is. I'm not giving this planet a horrible connotation. It's just and this planet enter the zodiac sign Okay, this zodiac sign, once it enter the zodiac sign, there's a betrayal that will happen. Okay, now then Satan, this planet, entered Judas, being one of the 12, disciples, so to speak, apostle, whatever you want to call it, being the 12 houses, okay, of the zodiac. And he went his way and commune with the chief priests and captains, and he might betray him unto them. And they were glad and confident to give him money. And he promised and sought opportunity to betray him unto them in the absence of the multitude. Then come the day of the unleavened bread, and when the Passover must be killed. This is important right there. Then come the day of the unleavened bread. Now come the day in the house of Aries, so to speak. Now the Passover is there. Okay, we are no longer in the house of Pisces. We move to the house of, we are no longer in the house of Aquarius. We move to Pisces. I'm talking about the zodiac. Then now we are in Aries. Okay, the planets move. The key planet, which is the sun. Okay, that's what they are talking about. They say Yahushua is the president of the sun. And the 12th planet in the heaven, that's how it is represented. That doesn't mean that's him exactly. So now, then came the day of the unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, "Go prepare us a Passover that we may eat." Okay, that's Yahushua saying this. He sent Peter and John. All right, Peter and John are two people. All right. Those two people he sent, so to speak, to go prepare, okay, the Passover so they may eat. You see, when you eat, you rest. When you eat, you satisfy yourself. It's a blessing. It's an abundance, all right? And then Peter and John said, and when they said unto him, "Where wilt thou that we prepare? Where do you want us to prepare the Passover?" Remember, Peter and John, quote unquote, they are representation of two angels or two tribes or two orders. Okay, that came and said, okay, if you want us to prepare the Passover, where do you want us to get this Passover? Okay, he said, number 10, he said unto them, "Behold, when ye are entered in the city, there shall be a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him in the house where he entered." And he said unto him, "Behold, when ye are entered in the city, there shall be a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him in the house where he entered." He is talking about the house of Aquarius, the man bearing the picture. Not only our brother Yahushua was a high priest, he was a master astrologer. He was speaking to the initiate. Since we are the initiate, we understand now. So now the man bearing the picture, okay, all right, he had the pitcher of water. He said, when the two quote unquote angels say, technically I ask you, when is the Heavenly Father going to where do you want us to prepare for the redemption of the people? When that's thing going to happen, and what age is going to happen? He said, behold, he said, when you go, when ye enter into the city, the heaven, okay, the city is the heaven, there shall be a man, the 11th house, meet you there, okay, bearing a pitcher, the house of Aquarius, of water. Follow him in the house where he enter. Follow this man in the house of Aquarius, because the zodiacs are known as houses. Okay, we have 12 houses. As you may know, I was born in the first house, a Shemeshite born in the first house. The houses are the place that you are born. Okay, we are influenced or from the planet of the day that rule us. So now, because they told Peter and John to follow this man when he enter, okay, the man that bearing the picture in the house that he enters. So this man that bearing the picture enter into his own house, which is the house of Aquarius. Now Peter and John follow him. That is why we are now officially in the house in the age of Aquarius. Not we are, there is age of Aquarius and house of Aquarius. We are now both. We are in the age of Aquarius and we are in the house of Aquarius. Is that thing, is it recording? Yes, it is. Now, he said, behold, when ye enter into the city, there shall be a man meet you bearing a pitcher of water, okay? A pitcher of water, all right? Following him in the house where he entered. Now, what will happen if you follow this man in this house? He say, and ye shall say unto the good men of the house, talking about our people, okay, the master say unto thee, where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciple? All right? When ye shall enter unto the good man of the house, okay, the house of Aquarius, the 11th house, the age of Aquarius, okay, the master said unto thee, where is the guest chamber? Where is the guest chamber? Is a representation of Goshen, is a representation of quote unquote heaven, a safe haven, the subterranean world, or wherever we're going to go to have this Passover. Okay, Passover literally mean that we're going to, just like in the old time, Moses, the Passover, Moses was put and his and our brethren in a place, and this thing pass over us, it didn't harm us. Okay, remember, those guys were quote unquote initiate. That's how they talk. They use code words. They are not talking about an actual house. They are not talking about an actual man with the picture. Okay. Why would you suggest saying that? Literally, if it was a literal thing, it seems like you already set up everything. You will meet this guy, bear a picture, he will give you a womb. That's not what that is. They are talking, all of them understand what each of them were saying. He said, and ye shall say unto the good men of the house, the master saith unto thee, where is the guest chamber? Where is the specific place you, John and Peter, where is the specific place you want us to prepare the Passover, to prepare for the children, to prepare for the children of light, the people, the nation, the Israelites, to prepare for them so they can have the Passover, so they can have the peace. Okay. And then he said, like, this you will have them in the guest chamber where I shall eat the Passover with my disciples, with my people, with my brethren, with my sistren, with my nation. Therefore, in the house of Aquarius, which is the age of Aquarius, all right, when Peter and John enter, they see this man bearing the pitch, of course, the house of Aquarius, which is ruled by Shabbatai, Saturn. Okay, it has nothing. Saturn is a mild word. I'm not gonna say this name, but that's what was enter Judas Iscariot made the betrayal. That has nothing to do with any specific like real thing like a human being. They were talking about a planet moved to the house of Judas, which is Judas is one of the house of out of the 12 zodiac signs. Judas is one of them that caused a shift when our people fell. Okay, when Judas entered this house, okay, when that planet entered the house of Judas, we had fallen. That's what it is. Now, our Goshen safe heaven is prepared in the age of Aquarius, which is now. Okay, and he shall shew you a large upper room furnished, there make ready. And he shall show you a large upper room furnished. Why would he say an upper room? Why couldn't it be just any room? When they say upper room, you see our people, especially the initiate, when they are talking, they use code words. Furnish. That means the way where we're gonna have our Passover, our rest, okay, where we're gonna go be moved. So this thing, whatever is going to happen, whether you call it nuclear war or the 10 plagues, we're going to be in the upper room that is furnished, which is already ready. Okay, there make ready, which you guys will prepare and stuff. Because if you can call the upper room and the heaven. Upper could be code word for down below. But they have an upper room that is prepared for our people, so we can just be there and then let this thing pass. Again, he said, he shall say unto the good man of the house, the master say unto thee, where is the guest chamber, where I shall eat the Passover with my disciple? Okay, where is the place that you are preparing for us? Where is the Goshen? Where I shall just relax and chill with my people. He said, well, then the Goshen and the stuff are in the upper room. It's already ready. It's furnished. They have everything in there for them. Okay? And they went and found as he had said unto them, and they made ready the Passover. Okay, I'm going to stop there. You can read the rest for yourself. They are not talking about actual people here, which is, of course, it is, but they are using code words, the heaven, the movement. How do we know we're close to get to the upper room? How do we know we're close to get to the guest chamber? Because of what happened over there in California with this Hunchu fellow on Aquarius and Shabbatite, the 21st, all right? Saturday, the day that will be Shabbatite, okay? It happened on the 21st. The beginning of the house of Aquarius, which is ruled by Shabbatite, okay? And then they talk about like the house of Aquarius with the man bearing a pitcher, all right? Let me see. Show me image of a picture. Not another picture. Oh boy. Here we go. Let me see. Picture. Oops. There we go. Picture. All right. A picture. A glass of, well, not this, that. A glass of water or whatever. Picture bearer. The bearer picture. Okay. All right. The house of the house of Aquarius. Okay, the picture. If you're Aquarius out there, I will highly recommend you get one of those consecrated and put it in your house. Bless it. We will talk about this more. It will be in the book. It will give more information. Okay, a picture. The house of Aquarius. Okay, you know, would they say a man? It could be a woman, any, but it has nothing to do with a person. Okay, now the house of Aquarius, of course, it is ruled by Shabbatite, which is Saturn, Saturday. Remember, we already know this. Okay, now, what is this dude name again? Pope. The Pope. Now, what was the Pope? The death of the Pope. What's this guy name again? I forgot his name. Oh boy. Pope Benedict, all right? Pope Benedict the 16th. Pope Benedict 16. All right. I'm going to go into this while I'm here. Now, you got Pope Benedict on 16, okay, which died on December 31st, 2022. Okay, I had this video already, but oh man, I think I have it here. Ooh, I can play it. Can I? Man, I already did this. Let me see if I can play this. Can I? Nah, I'm just gonna do it over. How long we are into this thing? Boy, I'm already 48 minutes. I haven't do anything. But anyway, let's do this. I did that, but it didn't properly register. Let's do this dude now to see what's going on, because the people want to know exactly what's going on. This is Pope Benedict, okay, the true Pope. Francis is just the dude that come and warm up the bench. All right, so let's go into Pope. All right, Pope Benedict. This is Pope Benedict the 16, all right? 16, 1 plus 6 equals 7, perfect. The 7 days, the 7 planet, from Shemesh all the way to Shabbatite, or from Shabbatite all the way to Shemesh, okay? This dude, he was born in he was born in April 16, 1927, all right? Well, let's see who he was, okay? Let's double check him, all right? What day was April 16, 1927?
April 16th, 1927 fell on a Saturday.
Saturday, Shabbatite. Now we know for a fact he's a Shabbatite, so to speak. All right. That's why the Catholic Church only use one planet, Shabbatai. The Black George, Cain's little brother, is on Shabbatai, in the house of Capricorn. That's where he resides. So this is Pope Benedict, is what you're known and a Shabbatite. Okay, he was born on Saturday, 1927. Okay, let me see. And when he died, excuse me. Okay, oops, why is this death here? Okay, he died on December 31st, 2022 at the age of 95. Okay, what day was December 31st, 2022?
December 31st, 2022 fell on a Saturday.
So this guy was born on Shabbatai on April 16th, 1927, which fell on Saturday, and he died on December 31st on Saturday, okay, which is Saturn. Shabbatai. This thing happened on the 21st, Shabbatai. We know for a fact he was the real Pope because his name, oh boy, where is it? His name is Benedict, okay? Benedict. That's why they dub him, okay? Benedict. That's why he is not, this fellow, Francis, is not the true Pope. Look at him. Look at his head, and then look at the dude that is wearing this. Right, let me see. Yep. Pope Francis. All right. There you go. All right. Now, you see the difference? Look at Pope Francis. Look at what he's wearing. And then look at Pope Benedict. He has the real head thing and on him. Okay, all those things are all stuff they swag at Jack. But anyway, he had the crown because he was the real Pope. Francis and this thing, he doesn't have that. He was just a dude that go around, keep the seat warm and things like that, and then do stuff, and then he's not the real deal. All right, but on Wikipedia, if you see the picture, this dude have the thing up on his head. All right, he is the real thing. So now, when you go to him, here's his motto. Okay, his motto is Corporatores Veritatis. Okay, it's Latin for corporators of the truth. Okay, now what does that mean? The dude motto is Cooperatores Veritatis, which is literally translated as cooperators of the truth. Now, what is that? What is a cooperator of the truth? Let's see what it's defined the word cooperator. Define cooperator.
According to Wikipedia, a cooperative is an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural needs and aspirations through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise.
Okay. Technically, what they are saying here, a cooperator is literally Psalm 83. Let's go to Psalm 83. My apology, beloved, I'm all over the place. This is not something that I had planned to do. Psalm 83. Where's the Psalm? All right, Psalm 83, so our people can see what's going on here. Okay, Psalm 83. All right. Okay, okay. Follow thine enemy make a tumult, and they that have lift up thine hand, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consult against thy hidden one. They have said, come, let us cut them off in being a nation, that the name of Yasharel shall be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together and consent, they have confederate against us. Okay, they have formed a confederacy, a confederation, so to speak. They have formed a conglomerate. They have formed a corporation or cooperation. Okay, the word confederate. It's man, Google really synonym. Confederate synonym. Okay. Confederate, synonym, allied, and league. Cooperating. This is the word we are looking for. Confederate. Cooperating. Okay. There you go. Okay.
Cooperate.
Okay, cooperate. All right. Cooperate. Work jointly towards the same end. Now, when this dude tell you, that is his motto. Okay. Cooperators of the truth. That mean him, one of the 83, and the others, he's a cooperators. He's one of them. They come together to keep the truth, to guard the truth. Literally, he is a guardian of the truth. Now, why would you want to guard the truth? It's not money. The truth is our people. We are the child of light. He is one of the 83. So they are the cooperator that keep the truth away from the masses. They said it right here. That has nothing to do with why would you want to guard the truth? It's the truth. The only time you want to guard something is when you don't want somebody to break in and steal it. You have a home, you put a security system in there to guard it. You have a home, you put a dog out there to guard it because you want to protect this home for somebody not to steal anything or not to damage it. You have money in the bank, you hire a security guard to be out there with guns and protect this money. You have the truth, you want everybody to know the truth. Although the truth hurts, you're not going to guard the truth. You're not going to come together with a bunch of people to keep the truth from them, from our people, from the world. He is 83, so to speak. The name Benedict, okay? What does the name Benedict means?
The Blessed One. According to Baby Center, English name from the Latin Benedictus, meaning the Blessed One.
Benedictus, the Blessed One. He was the true Pope. He was the blessing of the Gentiles, the second head of the eagle. The queen was the first head, so to speak. He's the second head. The queen is no more. He's no more. There's one head left. Is it Gargamel? I have no idea. Is it old man Biden? I don't care if it was him or not. But this head's going to fall. Or it could already fall. We didn't even know that. It haven't been revealed unto us. So the true Pope died. Francis is just the dude that keep the seat warm. Okay, he died on Shabbatai. And why all those things are happening in Shabbatai, brethren? Why? Why is it like everything that happen always, pop up on Shabbatai? Let me show you why. Well, let us show you why. Boy, we're already an hour into this. We haven't finished with the video anyway. All right. So why those things keep happening on Shabbatai or Saturday or Saturn, so to speak? Revelation 6, chapter 6, verse 5. And he said, open the third seal. I heard the third beast said, come and see. And I believe, and I beheld, and lo, a black horse, okay? And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, okay? A black horse. As we already know, as you may know, if you've been studying with us, a Saturn is the color of Saturn. What is the color of the planet Saturn? Well, they won't say it here, but it's black. Nah.
Yellow-brown. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, viewed from Earth, Saturn has an overall hazy yellow-brown appearance.
That's not what that is. But anyway, so black. The horse is the planet Saturn. Okay, black. Remember, there is 7 seals with the 7 planet. That has nothing to do with the actual angel coming and open seal. They are talking about the heavenly movement. Okay, once you see certain zodiac sign move, that means we are in that time. Okay, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, the planet Saturn. Okay, and he that sat on him had a pair of balance in his hand. Okay, all right. The symbol of Libra.
Scales. According to dictionary.
Okay. All right, a scales. All right, a scales. Let me see. Black horse with the scale in his hand. Oh boy, that's not what that's. There you go. Okay, that's not what I mean. Anyway, scale, balance. There we go. There we go. Balance. Let's take this. Oh, this one is nicer. Okay. Now, Shabbatai, when he entered the house, he has a pair of balance in his hand because he's a judge. Okay. The black horse, let's read it again. When he had opened the third seal, I heard the beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, lo, a black horse, and he that sat upon him had a pair of balance in his hand. He that sat upon him is the great black judge, Cain's little brother himself, the angel of death, Mortem Angelus, or Angelus Mortem, or Judex Nox. Okay, the black judge. Judex Nox, Angelus Mortem is the same thing, or we know him by his name, aka Baron Samedi, Baron Criminel. He's in the mist, and he brought judgment. Okay, and the pair of balance is the house of Libra. That's when Saturn, okay, had the solar eclipse in 2022 happen. When did this happen? We had a video up on that. Solar eclipse 2022 Saturn. 2021. Solar eclipse 2021. Wait, it was 2022. That's what it was. Yes, 2022. When was the solar eclipse 2022 Saturn? Okay.
According to NASA Solar System Exploration, on Saturday, April 30th, 2022, people in parts of southern South America, Antarctica, and the Pacific and Southern Oceans will have a chance to witness a partial eclipse of the...
Yeah, it was in October. October 2022 solar eclipse. Yes.
According to Wikipedia, the solar eclipse of October 25th, 2022, was a partial solar eclipse visible from Europe, the Urals and Western Siberia, Central Asia, Western Asia, South Asia, and from the northeast of Africa.
Okay, it was on October 21st, 2022. Now, who's in the house of October 2020? I'm done with Francis or whatever. Let's get another Google things here. Libra birth chart. Oh boy.
According to 10,000 Villages, Libra, September 23rd, October 22nd.
Okay, I don't where is it? But let me see anyway, so it happened on October 21st, October 20. We had an experiment for those people that were there. We had an experiment on October 25th, 2022 during the solar eclipse. We had a big experiment. We did pray. We had a great homework. And the conductor of the solar eclipse was Shabbatai, and it was in Libra. Okay, it was in Libra. Therefore, the black judge riding the black horse came, and he had a balance in his hand, aka Libra judgment. That's why after that, brethren, you hear the Pope is no more. Okay, that's a nice picture. Okay, the Pope is no more. All those people are like being no more, and people right after this, people are dropping left and right. Then you see the sudden death, all this thing. Okay, this is talking about the planet Saturn. Okay, each of the horses and the riders have a planet. Okay, and also a white horse was the moon. Okay, Levana. Okay, and he said, "All and see." The second beast is come and see. The out of the wars was a red, and power was given unto him. Madim. Okay, Mars. Okay, all right, and I behold a black horse. Okay, those are the planets they are talking about. Okay, and I look, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat upon him was Death, and hell followed with him. The black judge and Pluto came in, and guess what? Pluto is going to enter. Pluto is going to enter Aquarius, and boy, let's see when is Pluto is coming. When is the planet Pluto is going to enter Aquarius? March
March 23rd, 2023.
Okay,
According to Channy Nicholas, March 23rd, 2023. When it enters Aquarius on March 23rd, Pluto will carry those themes into the realm of information technology, data, science, systems of power, and communal potency.
Okay, so Pluto will enter on March 23rd, 2023. Baby, get ready. This is Pluto gonna bring this, and I look, behold, the pale horse. The Pluto going to bring, because the zodiac is cyclical. This happened again. This happened before. That was during our time when we were in deep Jacob's trouble. Okay, it happened during Jacob's trouble. It will happen now. It will happen to them. And I look, and behold, a pale horse, and him that sat upon him was death. Okay, the black judge. All right, because he keep judging with different things. He come with a red horse. He come with this. He come with that, and death and hell follow with him. All right. So hell is Hades, aka Pluto, follow with him. They're talking about the planet moving with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, with hunger and death, and wild beasts of the earth. The same thing going to happen. By that time, we'll be in the upper chamber. By that time, we'll be in the guest chamber. By that time, we'll be in the place checking out our Passover. Selah, so be it. Whoa! All right. Hopefully, I didn't confuse you folks enough. All right. Let me close those. Oh boy, excuse me. I'm early in the morning. I'm already that hungry. Okay, hopefully I didn't confuse the people too much. Now, this is an announcement. What happened? It was an Who Can Train. His strict announcement that we are in the age of Aquarius, the water bearer, the water pitcher, and then we are close to move to the guest chamber, aka the upper room. All right, we are close. That's so that once we enter this Passover, brethren, this could possibly be our last Passover. I don't know. I'm just doing the best that I can with the information that has been beaming into my head. Then again, thank you to all the brethren, brother Vessel of Honor, for enlightening me with the Luke 22 verse 10. Thank you, beloved brother, for sending that, and then he tied up to my study. All right, beloved, boy, I took an hour to explain this. Anyway, let us keep on moving, brethren. All right, let us keep on moving with the program.
This week, disgraced South Carolina attorney Alec Murdoch will go to trial accused in the brutal murders of his wife and son.
There's still a lot of unanswered questions.
This morning, a glimpse of what's to come in this trial. Prosecutors adding Google and Snapchat representatives to their witness list. Murdoch's son, Paul, reportedly sent a Snapchat video to his friends just hours before his murder.
To look for DNA.
Meanwhile, the defense filing a motion to block blood spatter evidence from the trial.
The prosecution's expert initially did not find blood spatter on the shirt. But he says he then did a different kind of testing and was able to find it.
It was June of 2021 when Alec Murdoch made a 911 call claiming he'd found his wife Maggie and their 22-year-old son Paul shot to death outside their family's hunting lodge.
My name is Alec Murdoch. Please hurry. Neither one of them's moving.
In July, Murdoch was indicted by a South Carolina grand jury for the double murders. At his indictment hearing, Murdoch pleading not guilty.
How shall you be tried?
By God and my country.
Prosecutors saying Murdoch murdered his family to try to gain sympathy and distract from financial crimes.
Okay. Again, we already went to this dude. His name is Alec Murdoch. So we already went to him last year when he did this thing. Kill his family, all right, because he was stealing a bunch of money. Okay, his son and his wife. This is what we always tell those people. Oops. Okay, this is what we always tell those people. As long as the money is flowing, as long as the blessing is flowing, you will always see pictures like this, them smiling, being a family, give that fake quote unquote a facade that they are happy, they are living good. But the moment the money is gone, he will murder everybody. The moment they discover that guy, wait a minute, you aren't a hard worker, you are a hard stealer, you are a hard thief. And then they will kill, to distract the people, he killed his wife and his son. They didn't do anything to him. He just killed them. All right, because of the shame and all this nonsense. All right, as long as the money, the blessing is there, they're good. But when it's caught,
sympathy and distract from financial crimes. To date, he's facing more than 100 financial-related charges, accused of stealing more than $8.5 million from more than a dozen victims,
12
friends,
victims.
family, and clients of his family's law firm.
They're going to have specific evidence linking him to that scene. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Not that he was up to no good, but that he actually murdered his wife and son.
All right, so that's what those guys do. That's what they do. When the moment they find difficulties, they find an easy way out of it. And the easy way out, bang, bang, blop, blop, boom, boom, popcorn. Genesis 15 verse 13, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. All right, so we serve all 400 years. That is why you see those things are happening, and the mighty one say himself, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. Okay, how is judging this nation? By sending the black judge unto them, and the black judge is bringing 10 plagues. You can see all of them. Mainly right now is execution by the sword. A lot of people are dying, murdering each other, killing and stuff like that. So that's what that is. So let us keep on moving, brethren. Okay, how long we are into this thing? Ooh, good grief. All right, then let's move to the next video.
You lost her son Jamin in a car crash Tuesday. Lots of hugging at this farm deep in southern Delaware. Jana Pugh lost her son Jamin in a car crash Tuesday night. She knows her son is Jamin, but wrestling fans around the world knew him as Jay Briscoe, one half of Ring of Honor Wrestling's tag team Briscoe brothers.
Shock, yeah, shock and sorrow. And
Dalton Castle wrestled in many of the same shows.
Yeah, let me let you hear this fellow.
Tag team Briscoe brothers.
Shock, yeah, shock and sorrow. And
Shock and sorrow, which is the first. He's shocked. He's dismay. Okay, which is the first plague. Sorrow from much need. Okay, just sorrow right here. All right, that's what's going on. It's a lot of sorrow, man. Okay, the ley line switch, and then that's it.
And Dalton Castle wrestled in many of the same shows as Jamin.
I saw his performances as inspiring, and he had a connection with the audience that I don't think anybody else can really achieve.
Jamin was taking his daughters to cheerleading practice when Delaware State Police say a 27-year-old woman inexplicably crossed her truck into Jamin's path on a very rural stretch of road.
27-year-old, okay, in a rural place, you know, there are plenty of space, but she's inexplicably crossed. That means like she went into something that we all know here and then bang.
Achieve.
Jamin was taking his daughters to cheerleading practice when Delaware State Police say a 27-year-old woman inexplicably crossed her truck into Jamin's path on a very rural stretch of road. The woman was killed, as was Jamin, but his parents believe he was still alive when they arrived to the accident scene.
My husband did yell to him. He calls him Chum. He said, Chum, we're here. So if he was conscious at all at that time, he would have heard that. And I like to think he did.
Jamin's two daughters were seriously injured in the crash. They're now in a children's hospital upstate. Jamin was a standout football player here at Laurel High School. His wife is currently the school secretary here, but Jamin and his brother from an early age, they absolutely loved pro wrestling, and they were determined to make it their life and career. Mom and Dad built the boys a practice ring out in the garage on the family farm. The boys' wrestling action figures collection is still there. The Briscoe brothers went pro by the time they were 15 and 16 years old.
They trained themselves by videotaping themselves and going in-house and watching it and saying, change that, and back and forth and back and forth.
40 weekends or so a year, the Briscoes entertain fans around the globe. Ring of Honor posted this photo today. Jamin's family bolstered by the outpouring of support in their town and from Ring of Honor fans around the world as the family continues to pray for their granddaughters. They're leaning heavily on their faith as well.
And like we talked last night, we can't focus on what we've lost. We have to focus on what we have.
In Laurel, Delaware, Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
All right, so that's what happened, man. You know, ley line switch, man. I had no idea who those fellow were, but they all know more, including that woman that ran them over. So that run into them in their car. So is that thing recording? Yes, it is. All right, so it's crazy, man. But hey, judgment is upon the earth. The black judge is taking no prisoner.
The hearing, Matt described what happened in the courtroom.
Yeah, so Ellen Gillen walked in slowly. The judge ended up saying that she will continue to be held without bond. We've got some video to show you of her in courtroom. There was no family or friends that showed up on her behalf in the courtroom while we were there. She didn't say much, just a couple of words, answering the judge's questions, and then she was escorted back out. She was again walking kind of hunched over and very slow. Most of the talking was done by the judge as she read out the charges, and again, she was denied bond. Now, according to police, this was a plan that was in the works for about 3 weeks. They say the single shot came from Ms. Gilland, who lives in New Smyrna Beach. Chief Jakari Young from Daytona Beach Police says she shot her terminally ill 77-year-old husband, Jerry, and after the shooting, police negotiators talked with her for nearly 4 hours. Eventually, they used a flashbang and a taser to get her to drop the gun. They say, though, she was never a threat to anyone else at the hospital.
They had a conversation about it, and they actually planned this approximately 3 weeks ago, that if he continued to take a turn for the worse, that he wanted her to end this.
Crazy.
Again, the judge said she'll continue to be held without bond at this point. The judge did not say when her next court hearing will be, and police say they're still investigating how she got the gun into the hospital.
Oh, come on, man. It's like the easiest thing to get a gun to any hospital. It's just like the easiest thing out there. So, that's what that is, So the husband did not want to suffer anymore because, a lot of those people, they despise pain and suffering and misery because they are not used to it. So he didn't want to suffer anymore. So he told the wife, hey, do this, and she did it, she did it. He was terminally ill. He was going to die, but he suffered too much, and crazy, man. Oh boy, let's keep on moving.
Savage. 2 people have died after their pickup truck crashed into a business off Ogeechee Road. A Georgia State Patrol is investigating the accident. WTOC's Camille Syed joins us live from the scene. Camille, what can you tell us?
Jessica, I spoke to someone who says they knew one of the victims. He told me he was out here looking for any belongings of his friends, who he says was a joy to be around. Now, some of the business owners here wanted to send their condolences to those families of those who died. Now, here's video of the accident last night, and then what the ice cream shop looks like now. Bricks are scattered and there's damage to the roof. This happened near Dean Forest Road. According to Georgia State Patrol officials, a Ford F-150 sideswiped a Nissan Altima soon after the truck veered off Highway 17 and ended up hitting the business. Unfortunately, the passenger died on the scene and the driver died after being taken to the hospital. Now, GSP's Troop F Specialized Collision Team is investigating. Now, some of the other business owners say there was no damage to their stores, except one business that is next to the ice cream shop said they were without electricity this morning. For now, reporting live in Chatham County, Camille Syed, WTOC News.
All right, so you see how now those people are not surviving an accident like that. Both of them, they die. The guy we just watched recently, the wrestler, he died with the woman that hit him. He died. Those 2 dudes that were driving, they hit this thing. One of them died on scene. The other one went and died in the hospital. So the ley line is not playing. Of course, the ley line is known as the dragon line, the Michael line, and the black judge is in the midst. And if you can't see this here, man, there's nothing I can do or say it for you, man. This thing is real.
We're looking for a homicide suspect as officers were speaking.
Here we go.
This is News Channel 5.
His victims just 9 and 11 years old.
Let me see.
In Murfreesboro, she's still there. This is hard for so many people, Kelsey, to wrap their heads around. Do we know why this happened at this point?
Rory Hunter, the motive is still unknown, and like you say, this is a tragic and heartbreaking situation. The youngest victims, just 9 and 11 years old.
You know, as you can imagine, just hearing, not even witnessing, but just hearing gunshots and then knowing someone is deceased, you know, it has to take a toll on everyone.
Murfreesboro police first responded to the home on the 2400 block of Cason Lane because the sheriff's office in Madison County, Alabama, were looking for a homicide suspect. As officers were speaking with the tenants outside, they heard several gunshots inside the home. That's where they found 46-year-old Jamie Lepore and his 2 sons, 9-year-old Jesse and 11-year-old Sean.
Okay, 46-year-old. Okay, you know what to do. 9-year-old, 11-year-old. You know, it's just like those people. They are doing this so often now, and I don't know why. Let me read. I worry we are becoming desensitized to this type of crime because we heard about them happening so often. Yes. Okay, I just don't understand why a person would do that to someone they claim to love, because they never did. Those so-called Gentiles or 83 are incapable of love. All right, they are incapable of that. The moment the blessing is over, the money is done. They cannot do what they used to do anymore because they thought that thing that happened in March 2020 was a lockdown. You weren't locked down. You were locked out. You cannot come back in the house anymore. You were locked out. So when they try to come back, you know, they change the key. You know, you need a new key. You can't get in. You can't get nowhere to the place that used to be. That's why all those live fake smiling photos, kissing, husband loving wife. As long as the husband is making money, the wife don't care. He can do whatever he wants out there. She can do whatever she please out there. The money is coming good, but the moment they have financial problem, that's it. That divorce, I'm leaving you and stuff. Wait, you leaving me? How dare you leaving? No, wait, hang on. I'm taking you and the kids, or I'm taking you. You leaving me, or I'm taking you and your whole family and myself. Yeah. So, okay, this is the people I'm reading the comment, brethren, because they are seeing what's happening too, brothers. We warned them 3 years ago. We said this thing's going to be worse. Cursed be the husbands and cursed be the wives and cursed be the family. You think we were playing? This thing is real, all right? All right. So, I just don't understand why a person would do that to someone they claim to love because they don't want to be with them anymore. I pray for everyone affected by these senseless losses. Far too many of these stories happening now. Stop killing your kids. Stop killing your spouses. Just stop. It doesn't work, okay? Damn. Do we need to teach kids coping skills at the elementary school level to prevent people from going into adult? No, that's not what that is. The blessing is over. Ugh. Wish this kind of people would take themselves out and leave everyone else alone. No, they're going to take all of you with them. They're going to take you with them. Okay, all right, okay, this is heartbreaking, and people are seeing this, brethren. They are seeing that, okay, all right, they are seeing this. Let me take this story. It sounds interesting. They are seeing that, okay. Let's keep on moving with the story, all right.
Investigators say the suspect, Jamie, shot both of his children, then shot himself. We're told they were staying as a guest in this home. But the ordeal started in Madison County, Alabama, not too far from Huntsville.
Madison. It's been a while we haven't heard this word, Madison. Madison counties. Oh boy, Madison. If you know what Madison stands for, since we haven't, do we have time? We do not have time. It's already 10 o'clock. Let's go. Let's brush against it, just right quick, okay? Splash the movie. There you go. All right, Splash the movie is about a mermaid, okay? She from Atlantis, which is Eden, which is step number 1. Anytime you heard the word Madison or Eden or Atlantis. They are talking about the upper room. They are talking about the guest chamber where we're gonna have our Passover. So this is a confirmation when you hear this word that we're going home, baby. There's no way around this thing. We're going. So I just brush on it.
Last night, deputies there found the body of Jamie's wife, 43-year-old.
Oh, good grief. What happened here? Oh, man. What a mistake. Oh, crap. Oh, good grief. Oh, man. What did I do? Boy. Let me see if I can restore that. Oh, boy. I managed to get some of it. It was an accident. But let's watch this. I managed to get some. Crazy. Keep on moving, man.
First at 6, Atlanta News First exposing a school bus debacle. Parents literally pulling their young kids out of school bus windows. This is Paulding County. Anyone who's ever picked up their kid at the bus stop will not believe this video. Good evening. Glad you're with us. I'm Rick Fulbaum.
And I'm Sean Gables. And tonight we are getting answers from the district about why all of that chaos unfolded. Here's where it happened. This is Dallas, Georgia. It's about 30 miles west of Atlanta. The school bus stop sits near the busy intersection of Harris Road and Jimmy Lee Smith Parkway. Atlanta News First reporter Zach Summers live in Dallas for us tonight. And Zach, you were able to get an explanation.
Yeah, a spokesperson for the Paulding County School District tells me it's normal for a large group of students to get off at the bus stop just behind me, but they say the driver who typically drives this route was out sick yesterday. An incident between a substitute driver and parents yesterday so heated, police were called. Samantha Lee says her 8-year-old daughter was terrified Wednesday afternoon when she couldn't get off at her normal bus stop near the intersection of Old Harris Road and Jimmy Lee Smith Parkway in Dallas.
Because she thought that the bus driver was kidnapping her.
On board the bus, Paulding County school students, including kids from Allgood Elementary School. The driver, a substitute, refusing to let students without yellow tags exit the bus.
Okay. We have kids that don't have any documents on their my parents were asking over and over again, please open the door. Please let us see our children.
Lee says her daughter had a yellow tag. The back and forth between parents and the driver escalating to this.
Come on.
A parent appearing to assault the driver.
Appearing to assault? You kidnapped their kid. This is kidnapping. Apparent to she lucky shit like that didn't happen in the hood, man. They'll blow a hole in your chest, man. Anyway, I ain't got time for this nonsense. Let's keep on moving.
Girl dead tonight, police say the victim of a shooting. Another tragedy rocking rural Utah. News Special Sheriff Park traveling to Paiute County with a breaking news update for us tonight. And Sherry, you are hearing from the girl's family. What do they have to say?
Yeah, Mike, I am here in Junction. I'm actually just right outside of Paiute High School, where 16-year-old Jacqueline Nunez was a student. She was a sophomore. Tonight, her family, the community, those who went to school with her, they are all grieving, trying to make sense of what happened here, and now learning that her 17-year-old boyfriend is the one who is in jail.
Oh, boy.
Tonight, the family of 16-year-old Jacqueline Nunez is devastated over the senseless act of violence that took her life.
We don't really know how to go about it other than just being together and comforting each other.
According to the Paiute County Sheriff's Office, the Paiute County Sheriff responded to a shots fired call on Dock Springs Road just before 10 o'clock last night, which is about 4 miles of Circleville. When he got to the scene, he found 16-year-old Nunez shot to death along the dirt road. Around 11 o'clock, Nunez's 17-year-old boyfriend was taken into custody after a high-speed chase. Word of the deadly shooting spread quickly here in Paiute County, and today, faculty at the high school have been helping students grieve. The district says everyone is in shock.
Obviously, there's a lot of pain, a lot of grief. We're trying to do all that we can for our students, provide all the services that they need.
Nunez was an athlete. She played softball and basketball. Her sister says she was the youngest of 4 siblings.
She just loves.
All right, let me stop right here. What the hell is going on over there in Utah? What's going on in Utah, man? What seems to be the issue over there in Utah? This place, it's always some horrible thing happen. People just shooting people, man. The suicide rate is off the roof. The homicide rate is this thing is all over. What's going on over there in Judah, Yehuda, over there? What's going on here? What's happening here? This young maiden right here, she didn't do anything to this fellow. Probably a little argument. You know, he's 17, she's 16. She probably says something that he disagree and then just kill her. All right, then.
She just liked to play sports, to be with friends, to be a young girl, to be a teenager, to enjoy her life. But that's no longer possible because everything was just so sudden, and now she's gone.
Sorrow, man.
Mayuni Nunez, the sister there who you just heard from, she's on her way here to Junction right now to be with her family. She says that her little sister was funny, outgoing, smart. She says she thought her...
Anyway, man, so this thing is really bad over there in Utah, man. The hand of the Holy One is upon Utah. Great glory, great praise. Let's keep on moving.
Off the top tonight, we're following some breaking news out of Homestead.
A suspect shot dead in a Publix parking lot, and the confrontation was all caught on camera.
All right. Put the gun down.
And we've just learned the person who pulled the trigger was an off-duty officer.
Let's get right after Local 10's Cody Guedo live on the scene with the latest. Cody.
And Laren and Sanella, as you can see behind me, police continue to investigate this incident. As you said there, this was all caught on camera. We have decided to show you that video, but we will freeze it right before this man is shot. But still, a warning here that some people may find this video disturbing. Video showing a confrontation that ended in a man shot dead in a shopping center parking lot in Homestead. Watch as this man, identified as a security guard, tells the man to drop his weapon. Then a man appears from behind and shoots the man dead. The person who shot the man later identified as an off-duty Miami-Dade police officer. The man shot transported to the hospital.
Okay, so he's the security guard. This is the other dude that shot and killed him. All right, he's a off-duty police officer. Okay, he's a off-duty police officer which killed another off-duty police officer. Okay, you see what's going on here?
But later died.
Multiple verbal commands to this individual to put the firearm down, to place the firearm on the ground. The individual refused, and then that's when you hear that the shots, our officer discharged his firearm.
Police descending on the area located at 2980 Northeast 8th Street. Police focused on a vehicle that could be seen with bullet holes and a blood stain.
I heard the gunshots, but you don't process that quickly.
People inside the nearby Publix said they could hear several gunshots. Many then ran and looked for shelter amid the chaos.
Yeah.
It was chaotic, everybody running, trying to, even crossing towards the canal to try to get away from what we thought happened inside.
People here left shaken. Police.
So that's what it is. Not those people can't even shop, in peace. They can't do anything in peace. They were in there shopping and they heard the gunshot. They're like, whoa, hey, that's another MS. They're trying to get away. And some people try to cross the thing and they don't want to die, man, And somebody end up dying. It was an off-duty cop that killed a veteran cop, He saw crime, 83 and 83, man. We stay out of it. We keep on moving.
Police roping off the area for several hours as they continue to investigate what exactly happened.
All right.
And so we just heard from Miami-Dade police. They're telling us that right before this video, we start seeing this video, this man had fired shots in this parking lot, and that's sort of what provoked this standoff. They're also telling us that the man who shot him is a 30-year veteran of the police force. For now, that's the information we have here.
I don't know. Was the dude that they killed, let me see, man shot and killed by off-duty I don't know what that is. I believe the guy that killed him is an off-duty officer, and the guy that died is just some regular dude. There are so many of these things happening out there. I don't care. The guy, he shot and killed him because he discharged his firearm. You don't do this, brethren. You don't give a warning shot. And when you pull this thing out, you better use it. You better believe I have to use this thing. You don't pull it and give a warning shot and show people, hey, I got a gun. No, it doesn't work like that, man. You know, crazy.
The shooting happened on Rutland Avenue, just north of I-20. The suspect is reportedly stable. Police say they were responding after that man threatened his sister with a gun. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager joins us live with more. Peyton.
Yeah, Fort Worth Police Chief Neil Noakes says from the 911 call to the officer firing his weapon, it was all in less than 10 minutes. The investigation is still ongoing, and it's still unclear why this man was threatening his sister in the first place.
Over here on McCard, I was there, saw a policeman flying by, and it was pretty easy for him to get through. I don't know, he was loud and going.
While June Hobbs was just a half-mile away shopping, her Fort Worth home was on the same street as a crime scene investigation Saturday afternoon.
My husband and neighbor were sitting outside in a crowd of police and tape and all that, and I was just shocked. I had no idea what could have happened.
Hobbs rushed back to Rutland Avenue, blocked off by Fort Worth police cruisers. 12:20 p.m., Fort Worth 911 received a domestic violence-related call from a woman inside a home just one street over on Odessa Avenue. The female caller stated her adult brother was threatening her with a gun.
But officers also know domestic violence situations are oftentimes the most dangerous and the most deadly because it's personal for the people involved. There are emotions involved, and oftentimes when there's so much emotion involved, logic doesn't play a part in the equation.
Minutes later, officers arrived on scene and learned the male suspect ran out the back of the house onto Rutland Avenue. Police say the suspect refused to stop, and a foot chase began.
In an attempt to take the suspect into custody, officers used less lethal force in the form of a taser. Unfortunately, that taser deployment was not effective and did not subdue the suspect. At about 12:26, the suspect presented a deadly threat to the officers, which put them in fear of their life.
There you
One
go.
Ford police officer, a 15-year veteran.
That's the key word I was looking for. Fear for their life. Shouldn't be a cop, man. You know, that's what you guys do. Anyway, let's keep on moving, brethren. I gotta get things prepared for the prayer. So keep on moving.
Collin County authorities confirm a woman's body found last night in Grand Prairie was that of missing McKinney woman Kayla Kelly. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. We're expecting upgraded charges for the man already in jail for kidnapping and arson charges. Kelly's body was found in a shallow grave late last night, less than a mile from where the suspect, O'Caster Ferguson, lives. Collin County Sheriff's Office says Kelly and Ferguson were dating, but he gave her a fake name and told her he wasn't married. She'd only recently learned he was and was lying. Fox 4's spoken with the sheriff this afternoon, Blake Hansen, live in Collin County at the Sheriff's Office. Blake.
As Stephen Heather last checked, the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office still had Kelly's cause of death listed as pending. This as the sheriff here noted that they still have work left to do in this investigation. It was in this wooded area where the search for 33-year-old Kayla Kelly came to an end. An answer to questions, though not the answers so many had hoped for.
I live just right up the street, right in the neighborhood.
Sharon Brown visited the site Thursday afternoon. She brought flowers and 2 balloons. One she says she sent to Kayla.
From one sister to another sister, I wanted I wanted to know that she was not alone, that we are going to remember her, and we're sending up flowers to heaven in her name.
The Collin County Sheriff confirms Kelly's body was found in a shallow grave Wednesday night. We could see a dug-up area where investigators searched, though it's not clear that's where she was found. The sheriff's office hasn't said what led them to the Grand Prairie neighborhood, but it is less than a mile from the home of 32-year-old O'Caster Ferguson.
So, again, you see this happen over and over again, a lot of dating going wrong. A lot of men are murdering those women because they refuse them. Now, let me say something here. This is going to sound hard, but it must be said. Dating is not what it is today. It's not what it is. It's not what it was couple of 20 years ago, at least. Okay, dating is not the same as it was in 2003 and the 2000s and anything before 9/11. Okay, dating is not the same thing it was in the past. You have a group of baby men. You have a group of pure eternists, a bunch of boys that is stuck in adult body. They don't like rejection. Those quote-unquote men-looking child, you can look at them in the eyes. You can see how they are talking. Anytime you met any man, and this man is talking about, for instance, he show you a Gucci bag and then impress you because that's what he think he's doing. And it's like, yo, shorty, look at this Gucci bag and stuff I bought for this thing and stuff. Anytime a man brag about his clothes, his Gucci bag, his car wheels, which is to women, it's a huge turnoff. But that's what those guys do. Because that's what they see on whatever TV or online, TikTok things they're watching. They see how men use materialistic and stage event, and they get women, and they think that's what it is. Those pure eternists, those men child, those men boys walking around there, they do not like rejection because they are never rejected by their own mothers. Everything that they ask at home, they receive it. Everything they ask from friends or family online, they receive it. They don't know what rejection is until when they met someone. They know they're going to be rejected. They lie to this person. Well, I'm not married. I don't have anything. Until that person find out, wait, you are married and you have stuff. And then they like, you ain't going to leave me. I'm going to kill you. And then a mile from where I'm at, I'm going to dig a hole and bury you. There are an unlimited amount of those dudes out there. Those are the weak men that are in the, those are not weak men at all. Those are the boys, men that are in the midst of us. They are extreme. The word the others use for those guys, they are the haters. They are extremely hateful. They just hate other guys. They just hate any woman that don't want to willingly give them anything like they don't deserve. They will kill you. Again, we told our sisters, this is as Grand Jafar, the Grand Vizier, aka Big Jafar, as an advisor, I will advise you to do not date online. Never meet anybody that you met online and go to their house or go to a hotel or anything. Don't do none of this nonsense. 99% of the time, beloved, you're going to end up dead. You can, certain policy against dating at your workplace, but there are plenty people walking around. There are plenty people around. That is why, again, I said it, I can't wait for us to get a place so our people, our family can get together and date each other and love each other. We need to be together, but not in this state. We cannot have a dude like this in our community. This is a pure mortis. A pure eternist, a man child. They don't like to be rejected because they never been rejected. Anything they ask, they must get it. If you say no, or anytime you tell them get a job, or yo, what kind of job you are doing? Oh boy, I'm smart. Those are the dudes think they are smarter than anybody, and they will literally take your life. You see it many times. Stay away from online dating and stay with some people. You should have been able to, but the moment they'll look at you, you're like, something is off with this dude. Leave, block them. Don't ever talk to those people because they are dangerous.
The man, the Collin County Sheriff's Office, charged with Kelly's kidnapping and said Thursday remains at the center of this investigation, though he has not been charged with murder.
We're not at the point that charging decisions will be made. There's additional work that needs to be done by both my investigators and the Texas Rangers. They'll continue to work together on this homicide investigation.
Ferguson is facing a new charge of arson, which investigators say is for burning Kelly's vehicle, discovered last week, burned beyond recognition on a deserted Frisco road.
Just let me say this. This is truly a tragedy. Okay, we had hoped for a different outcome. And like her family, we were devastated when it ended up that we found her body.
The positive identification of Kelly's body brings to an end the more than week-long search for the Collin County woman. Court documents say Kelly and Ferguson were in a relationship, and she had just recently discovered he was married and had given her a fake name. Well, law enforcement...
Anytime, beloved, whether you're a man or a woman, you were in a relationship with a fellow or fella, and you find out that person is married, do not go confront this person. Do not go tell them, oh, explain this to me, why you cheated on your wife or cheating on me. Don't go and try to make logic out of it. Just leave. Most likely, she went over there and tried to confront him, and then she was hurt. And like, yo, I prefer my wife over you. You were just somebody that I was playing with. And she like, well, I'm going to go tell your wife. This is me just making things. Like, oh, hell no. I'm asking you to leave. Beloved, we have to be careful out there, man. These things, man, it's getting ridiculous. But then again, kinfolk, a lot of them, they really don't want to change, and that's what happened, man. You know, be very careful, man. If you find anybody that already had somebody that lied to you, leave. Don't go trying to tell this person, explain to me and stuff. It ain't gonna end up well.
And her a fake name. Well, law enforcement are reluctant to share many other details of the case. They say they are far from done with the investigation.
Make no mistake, you murder a 33-year-old young lady and put her in a shallow grave, we're going to seek justice.
Crazy. Let's keep on moving, man. Crazy things.
He's charged with murdering a 74-year-old inside her Upper West Side apartment. 47-year-old LaShawn Mackey hid his face as officers moved him from the 20th precinct. Police say he's a temporary worker in the building on West 83rd Street where Maria Hernandez lived. Someone killed her on Wednesday, then removed the hard drive that stored images from the building's cameras. Hernandez's sister found her tied up and hidden under a sheet and clothing.
Okay, so those dudes, man, don't know what's going on with them.
Police say he's a temporary worker. All
right, so those guys, he is 47, the lady's 74. You know, the reverse of 47 is 74. The reverse of 44 or 74 is 47. 47 is 74. So it's connected there, and those guys don't care, man. You know, they'll kill you, especially the seniors out there. You guys know that I love you, and I don't want anything to happen to you folks. Be very careful with people that you're letting in your home. Some of you are very good, kind-hearted people. You want to help people and stuff. This is not the time for this. The Most High will not hold you accountable, man. I don't know what happened here, but things like that happen all the time. Those guys, one thing that I would tell the so-called seniors, if you're receiving some kind of benefit, don't let anybody know that you're receiving things like that. Don't let them see the amount of your check. Don't let them know anything, because you don't know what's in the heart of men. You know, your little $800-900 that you're receiving a month can trigger something in someone when they see the amount. You know, you're not even receiving that much. Somebody like $900 can kill him or her and take this money. What, you making $500 for disability or whatever? Some people heart, man, they are evil. They will just kill you, you know. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but wow, crazy. Let's keep on moving.
November
Ley
291,
line.
are you still on Hookstar? I am with you for 291. November 291, traffic is Bonanza, 4 miles west of your position, opposite direction at 1,900 feet. Declaring emergency 06 Yankee, I'm losing engine power here. I've got a road down below me. That's where I'm going to go, 06 Yankee. November 06 Yankee, proceed
Okay,
to
what the
runway
hell?
35
Oh,
left,
okay.
clear to
That's that's
do you
your
want me to
line.
take 35 right?
All right. Anyway, that's an airplane that crashed over there, and in Texas, I believe. You know, he survived. You're very lucky. Very lucky. These guys survive. Very, very lucky. Things like that really don't happen too often. They'll rarely survive, but he did. All right. The ley line is going crazy. Let's keep on moving. Okay, with bright line. Oh, okay. Do I have bright line here? I have bright line here.
Fort Worth police say an illegal street takeover near downtown led to a crash that killed 2 people.
This is just an extremely unfortunate situation. Fox 4's Dan Godwin joins us live at this scene with the story. Dan.
Hannah, police initially responded to a blocked intersection where there were cars performing dangerous stunts and keeping traffic from getting through. Fort Worth officers dispersed that original street takeover late last night, but there was one car, a red Camaro, described as the leader of the group. That Camaro was seen speeding away from the original location. Moments later, the fleeing car crashed where we've set up here at White Settlement Road and Henderson Street. The vehicle came down an embankment, then flipped over and came to a stop on the pavement. There had not been an active police chase. Officers were able to pull 2 surviving victims from the wreckage. They were both taken to the hospital, both with non-life-threatening injuries, but 2 others inside that red Camaro, the woman driving and a male passenger, were killed. Traffic and crime scene investigators from Fort Worth PD were both here working.
All right. You got this dude name, man. Beautiful. Dan Godwin. You can't make this up. You can't. The tribe of Dan, Godwin, the Danites, the Vikings. I was listening to a video. Big Judah mentioned a fellow that said, Vikings, the dreads came from the Vikings. They were called Dutch braids. You know, they just assumed the Vikings were, you know, white folk, so to speak. Nah, they were the tribe of Dan, black people, so to speak. Dan Godwin. Okay. Great glory.
This crash. Reporting live, Dan Godwin on Good Day.
Man, you can't make this up. The place is Dan Godwin on Good
Day. Live, Dan Godwin on Good Day.
Dan Godwin on Good Day. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. All right, that is beautiful. Let's keep on moving, man. The ley line.
For new tonight, tragedy on the tracks. A pedestrian was struck and killed by a Bright Line train this evening in Aventura. Investigators gathered evidence at the scene near Biscayne Boulevard at 179th Street. Officials are working to find out exactly what happened.
What happened? Exactly what happened. The Bright Line do another thing. That's what that is, man. You know, crazy. All right. Bright Line, you know, it's okay, all right. Useless train that no one rides. Local politician making tons of money from the owners. Let me see. Lots of people ride this train. Do your research. The trains are full all the time. These guys know nothing about trains, you know. yeah, so that's what's going on, man. Crazy, beloved, crazy. Bright line still over there, you know.
Well, tonight, one person is dead after a collision between a vehicle and a Bright Line train. The incident happened just before 7 this evening to the intersection of 15th Avenue S and Railroad Avenue in Lake Worth Beach. Palm Beach County Fire Rescue had not released any other details of the investigation, at least not for now.
Okay, Bright Line, you know, that happened like a month ago. This happened in December. Bright Line on a roll, steadily winning. Yeah, Bright Line on a wall, steadily winning out the impatient and ignorant, man. Bright Line, people, you just, yo, son, you just know for a fact Bright Line that's what it does. It's a train that is known more than anything than taking people out, man. And the people in Florida, they are very impatient. They will cross the thing. Crazy. But anyway, let me see. Are we good here? Yeah, we just hit 2 hours. Beloved, I say thank you for watching. Again, if you wish to join us for to join the channel membership, you know, you can click the join button here. Okay, they will give you option. You can become a testing the thing, see how it is. Okay, you can become a student and gravis or intra templum. Okay, each of them, they have their perks. So we're gonna leave this so at least 3, we'll say, to be on a safe side, a week. Let the people to come, and then we will start studying on the fast day. We will start studying on January 31st on the fast day. We have a specific book. We're going to go into it. And if you are not a member, you won't be able to join onto us. All right. You can do this and then join us, and we will spend some time together. Okay. We will spend some time together. All right. Let me make a couple of the things clear here while I'm still here with you folks. Now, some of you might notice that this video is released a little bit late. That is because if you're a member, you'll be one of the main first people that see the Esau's Trouble videos and any other videos that we're releasing, and after that we will release them publicly. Okay. And we have a lot of other things that we are going to do. For instance, the people that are intra templum, which mean inside the temple, you know, intra Latin, inside, and templum, which mean temple. The intra templum, they will have quote unquote private one-on-one conversation with me, and they will be the one that are able to travel with us and have specific duties to do. Gravis pretty much bear the same thing, but to another level. The students are the one that's going to study with us and study with themselves. They're going to do their own research. I'm going to give them certain homework, probably one homework a month. They will do it, and then we will come, we will grade it. Well, I will come, I will grade it. The testing or the people that want to enjoy certain books we have, and then if they wish to upgrade, they will do that. Okay, this is some of the stuff. We're still working on it, and the people that are overseas, we are working on the Patreon. It's not easy. I'm running to certain issue, and then they should be able to fix that probably in a couple of days coming up. And then the other things will be revealed. Beloved, as you may know, as you already understand, that we are not in the same age. There's a change. Things are flipping. Shift happen. The shift happens so fast, and we must honor that. We must become more secluded. We must become more advanced in studying, and we must become more advanced spiritually, mentally, and astrally. This Friday, we are called this Thursday. Probably Thursday already passed. Yesterday, I don't know when I'm going to release this video, but nonetheless, Friday, Thursday the 19th, we're going to have a fast, the astral fast. The 26th, which be the last fast, the physical fast, and then we should be done. After that, we should have the 31st. The 40-day fast will begin on the 31st, June 31st. Please join us. I say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. study to shew thyself approved. You need to study to shew yourself approved unto the Holy One. Remember, the Mighty One the Mighty One cannot be mocked. Don't be dismayed. Whatever a man soweth, that's what he also will reap. Okay, you harvested what you had put on the ground. Selah, so be it.